So it's another heart to heart. Normally I don't do these so close together, but Nicholas came home 2 nights ago and he was kind of distraught because some friends said that he was being annoying, and no one wants to be called annoying. And I comforted him, but then, that's something that Steve and I have kind of seen in him since he was little. He loves people and he loves to please people, and that's something that we love about him, but it's also something that kind of concerns us, because even though he loves people and loves to please them, that also can be something that changes you from being who you were created to be. And I'm going to explain that. So God is the author of who we are. It says in Psalm 139, 13 through 16, it says, "For you created my innermost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was made in secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them." God numbered all of our days. He made them. He formed us. He created us. He knit us together. He is the author of everything that we are. He is the script writer for our life. But when we decide that the audience and what the audience thinks of who we are is more important than what the author thinks, we begin to change. And we start to act in ways that we think the audience wants us to act. And we begin to say things, we do things that are geared for them, not for the author. And because of that, we start to do things that please them. And we're no longer being and acting who we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to act. And I was telling Nicholas this, in that those friends that he's worried about disappointing, if he's not acting the way God designed him to be, and he's not being the Nick that God designed him to be, he doesn't even know if they really like Nick, because he's not being Nick. So if he's being annoying to them, he's not even being Nick. So he doesn't even know if those are the friends that God wanted him to have in the first place, because he's not being Nick. And if he is Nick, the friends that God wants him to have are going to like him. They're going to be drawn to him because he's Nick. And that's who God wanted him to be. The author said, "This is who I want you to be." He created his talents, his gifts, his personality. He created all of that because he has a plan for Nick. Just like he has a plan for me, he has a plan for you, he has a plan for your kids. He desired them to be something, and he has a plan for them. He has a script that he's written for them and for you. And if we get off track from that for the audience, for what we think they want us to be, we don't receive the blessings that God has for us. We don't receive the things he has for our life. And on the opposite of that, we aren't able to bless other people's life because we aren't being what he wanted us to be. And, I told Nick, even someday he's going to have a spouse that wants to be married to him. And if he isn't the Nick when they're dating, and then he becomes the Nick later, that's not fair to her. And his friends, they want him to be the Nick that he's supposed to be. We are supposed to be the Pam and the Nick and the Madison and the Victoria and the Steve and all those people. We are to be who God designed us to be. We are supposed to please the author, not the audience. So I hope that this is an encouragement to you, that if you are trying to please the audience, stop. That's not why we're here. We are not here for the audience. We're here for the author. He wove you and he designed you before you were even a thought in your parents' minds. He planned you and wrote a script for your life. It's never too late to get back on that script. So I hope this has been encouragement to you, from my heart to yours.